Hey guys, welcome back. Now we got all these events coming up and I just wanted to make a quick little video to basically just summarize all the events but then take a deeper look into the new faction dungeon and take you through some ideas for some free-to-play options and then some 3-star options, and then I think the 4 stars I'll let you just look at your monsters and figure those ones out for yourselves. But the magical shop event, last time it was on I did a test with it to see if it was worth it. For me personally, I didn't like doing the shop refreshes for it. I didn't see that much value for the glyphs that I got. I got lots of summons and stuff, but overall I wasn't a massive fan. For people that basically all purple glyphs are an upgrade, it's probably nice for. So it just depends where you are in the game and whether it's good for you. You can take, I'll leave the link in the description to the video that I did of it last time. I think I spent about 7 million crystals or something like that, just through refreshing, and I can't remember how many seals that ended up blowing, but yeah, that one will be in the description. Check that out if you want and decide if it's for you. Like I said, not really for me. Glyph drops rate up. If you've been a bit lazy like I have in farming glyphs, that's definitely the time to do it when that drops, and it's timed perfectly with the glyph upgrade. So when you get the other thing that you don't think about with the glyph drop event is that you'll be getting more yellows as well and less greens hopefully, so that means that you'll be making more crystals anyway, which means once that ends and you roll into the enhanced glyph upgrade, you'll have a lot more crystals to be spending on those glyph upgrades, which is a really well timed 2 events for that reason. And then the next one we're looking at is the faction dungeon for magic. Now, I finally had a chance to go through, look up on MMEG DB. I'll leave that link in the description as well. You can just filter by the faction there and look through the monsters and see what you've got and see what you don't have. I'm going to go through a few key ones that I saw in there that I think will be really helpful for some people. The first one is the Druids are in this faction. So the Water Druid for healing, obviously the Fire Druid for the immunity, all that good stuff, awesome. And then even the Wind Druid and maybe Earth Druid, they're okay healers, not amazing, but they're all good options basically, all the Druids. The next one is going to be the Holy Sisters. So obviously the Water Holy Sister is amazing, but the other one, the Wind's fairly average, but the Earth and Fire with the Revive could actually come in handy in this, depending on what sort of boss monsters you fight throughout the levels. I know in the last one, the strategy seemed to be outspeed the enemy and then lock them out with the Air Basilisk, but because we don't have that strategy, I think this one is going to be more of a sort of balanced team and tank out, survive, heal up, because we've got access to a lot more healers, and then play through that way. The next one I wanted to look at was I think it's the Spirit Cubs. Yeah, so you can get the Spirit Cubs, the Foxes. So obviously the water one's great for the heal and the turn bar increase. You've also got the Earth one for that turn bar increase if it becomes vital again. While we're talking about the turn bar increases, so you've got the Water and Earth Cub, like I said, they're 2 good options. Another one you have is the Firebird, which is another good option for that. And the last one, which it will probably take me forever to find, but it is the Water Kappa. So you have access to the Kappas in this event, and that Water Kappa could be really nice if you do want the first turn. Being able to give the turn bar increase and also elemental advantage on the offense is handy, but the defense is more important to help you survive those hits against the boss when you don't have something to lock the boss out, like the basilisk that we had in the last one. So that's the turn bar increases. And the other good Nat 3 that I was really thinking about, let me know if you have any other good options. These are just the ones I sort of browsed over. Was the, let's see if I've got one, Earth Pixie, which is just a really solid all-round healer. So we do have plenty of good healing options, and I don't think I have a Pixie here to show. There we go, I do. But the thing with the Pixie is I think it really does need skill up. So if that is your normal healer, give it a crack with the Pixie. Great unit, another great unit to bring in. Now when we move on to the free-to-play options, which is all 2 stars and 1 stars, I'm pretty happy with the magic faction for this, because you can pretty much use my basic 2-star army team with a couple little tweaks. So if we look here, I'll go to 2 stars, and oops, let's go back into that. So for the healer, you can use the water nymph. The water nymph's in the faction. You've also got the water bird and the wind unicorn. Now that is the real solid core of the 2-star army team. Very good core. The one thing you're missing is the defense buff and the poisoner in that team. And for the poisoner, you've got the fire djinn, which is an option. Hopefully you'd have something else that you can use, but I don't think in the 3 stars I saw anything really good. There was the firebird. The firebird is a very good option for your poisoner in this. Once again, we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. I'm tipping like a standard tanky live and poison team will be the way to go, but that is an option if we have to. And for the defense buff, I was looking at the Bright Fawn. It is a long cooldown on the defense buff, especially without skill ups. But it does also have that really nice heal on a 3-turn cooldown. Skills up to 2 turns, but I don't think anyone will be skilling up for this. But another option for a defense buff in this sort of team is going to be the Water Null Mage. Now he falls into the Magic faction as well, and he's got a skill on skill 2, which raises the defense of all allies for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown, does skill up to a 2-turn cooldown like the Wind Golem. So, like I said, that does give you good access to a solid, balanced team. However, I do feel like this one is going to be harder for newer players because you can't cheese the mechanics. In the last one, it was basically if you outsped the boss and had the Wind Basilisk, you were pretty much safe. But in this one, I feel like you're not going to be able to use that same technique. So you're going to have to either like turn bar boost at the start and get your defense buffs up, or just be tanky enough to live that first hit, heal up, get your buffs up, and then roll through. The good thing is we do have a lot of mitigation, and we've got the cleanse. So we've got the unicorn for the cleanse, we've got the bird, the water bird for all the mitigation. And then obviously we can put a defense buffer in there. You can get a free-to-play healer. There's also the good healing options from 3-star standpoint. So hopefully we'll be able to do it. It's just going to come down to what stats the enemies have in the event and stuff like that. But hope that gives you guys a rough idea of what to look for. Once again, with this one, save up your resources, farm up your evolution materials during the week, and save everything up, and don't evolve anything until we get to the event and you can actually work out what you really want to use. I will be trying to do a free-to-play version of this and sort of do it with the minimum requirement on glyphs that I can find, so keep an eye out for that when the event does drop. But that's it for this video, guys, so thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.